One Piece Chapter 1156 review. Let's go. This one started out with the bang. It's, island under attack by pirates, and you see that the men aren't doing anything. They're on the ground with their love eyes and hearts coming out, kind of like Sanji. And this includes the Marines. And there's a panel with the Kuja pirate ship pulling up from the Isle of the Hills of Lucimilian Women, which is Amazon Lily. And then the next panel has Gloriosa. To me, she's it. I don't know how the heck Shakiyaku's it. But, you know, it makes me wonder if in Japan it's kind of reverse of the United States. Because out here, you know, we love women with colored hair. It's always the blonde in the movie that's the attention getter. But on here, the colored hair woman was not it. And instead the black hair woman was. So maybe they just have that opposite effect over there. And she says, I grow weary of my own beauty. Day and night, always my way. That's funny because then in the following she says, will I ever be free to shed it? I wonder if now that she's Granny Neon, if she feels that same way or if she regrets ever saying that. It says she's a goddess and has a pretty good introduction panel right here. And then there is what some people think is Loki's mom, Trimitoma. I mean, just maybe. I could see Dragon getting that. Saying, here's your fan letters. And she's like, what's all that in the back? Oh, those are Shakuyakus. There's 100 times more. To me, that's crazy. That's just, I don't even know what's going on there. And, oh, lo and behold, there's an enemy ahead. It's Captain Roger's ship. It's the Roger Pirates. And the first thing they say is, hand her over, Kuja Pirates. It's me, Roger, speaking, and they're talking about Shakuyaku, who comes out looking just like Boa from the body up to the head. A little bit of a different hairstyle, but I kind of like get annoyed that Roger looks like Ace all of a sudden with no mustache, because we know that Ace wasn't gonna be Roger's son from the beginning. So now they're just like retconning him to look like that. It's kind of weird to me. But okay. Anyways, he's got a loudspeaker and everything. Today's gonna be the day. And then, of course, she says, I'll never submit to another's captivity, you should know. And then we got her introduction here at the bottom after she busts through that door. She says, take their treasure. And one of the Roger Pirates says, you can take my soul while you're at it. And then you got Rayleigh over here. She says, Rayleigh, it must be so hard for you. Yeah, I'm surrounded by idiots. Kind of reminds me of Zorro. I can see the parallel there. Then you got Gloriosa, my boo-boo, at the bottom, saying, Roger, you know I'm the one who likes you, right? Out of the way, Gloriosa, you're blocking Shakiyaku. Humph. Wow. And then someone says, Empress Gloriosa, it's a navy. And Roger's like, hurry up and take my treasure. We gotta set sail. Then someone's like, oh, Garp's there. And he's like, change of plans. We're gonna fight him. Then we got introduction panels of Goldie Roger, future king of the pirates, and Father Ace. And Vice Admiral Monkey D. Garp, future hero of the Marines, and grandfather to Luffy. And then, panel later, you see the Kuja setting sail, and Meteor Fists, and Aramida. The attack for Roger, which is a new unheard of attack. And at the bottom, you see Garp laying out Roger with that punch, which makes me wonder if my theory about Garp being like Kobe is wrong, because I can't see Kobe ever doing that to Luffy. Shakiyaku's not too bad in that panel right there. Now we got Harold apologizing for Loki stealing a boat and drowning and not thanking the people who saved him. But at the same time, you have his stepmom standing up for him. And he says some pretty cold things in response to that. Like, she's like, we should all live together. What do you think? And he's like, nah, you're just a gold digger who wants to move back in the castle. And even his dad's like, whoa, Loki, that's a bit far, don't you think? And Hardin's like, screw you, Loki, trying to protect his mother's honor. And of course, she just brushes it off. Oh, kids are so cute, aren't they? And then we got a panel with Hachunosu. And there's still no eyes, so we don't know how that happens quite yet. And then we see someone trying to make it to the Roger Pirates. And someone says they're in that boulder over there. Good luck trying to get to them. Because the deeper you go in, the madder the bastards get. Good luck with your death wish. And then it seems like he attacks the guy who tried to give him the advice. Take this. Ugh. Yeah, that'll teach you. What? And then we got a panel showing Caillou the Wicked, future Silver Axe, which looks super badass, man. It looks kind of like a Kaido if Kaido wasn't a sissy punk. Stay back, he'll kill you. What's Shiki's rival doing here? I didn't realize they were rivals. Nice. And then, suddenly, in Hachinosu, the eyes get blown out. Turns out it was just rocks wanting to make a view, so he blew out a couple windows. How crazy is that? Then a couple panels with Pirate Captain John and Pirate Charlotte Linlin talking about the ancient giants Galley Ra and how they might find them, and she's saying that she has feelers out, but I think we know in the future they never did find them. And Roger brings up a good point. Whitebeard brings up a good point. Even if you do find them, what good are a bunch of corpses now? Strusen's like, exactly. There's no way to bring them back. But I think that Blackbeard now could bring him back, because he has Aokiji with the ice powers. And maybe that was why he was trying to steal Moria with the Shadow fruit. But that doesn't make sense, because they wouldn't retain their memories or skill set that way. Unless he just wants an army of giants. Which to me personally doesn't make sense, because you saw with the Navy having like a good 10 giants on their side, they couldn't do nothing to Whitebeard. And I don't think they can do anything to Luffy or any of the admirals, so what good is an army of giants, honestly? Then we got Pirate Barbell, the catfish fishman, who's giant. And Kaido saying, why don't we just make King Harold and the giants submit to our power? And he gets rocked like he's nothing. And he's like, by rocks, sorry, who says, never say that again, you brat. And someone in the background is like, calm down, rocks. Why you, Kaido, you stop it too, because they're gonna blow the whole island apart and they kind of need it right now. And then you got Pirate Captain John saying, right, let's hold off till we cash in a little more. And then Rocks explains, Harold's my friend. I'll crush you if you say crap like that again, Kaido. Then we got an awesome panel at the bottom showing the Rocks' whole crew. A bunch of legends while they were alive. I personally think Rocks is still alive. Either he's Blackbeard or part of Blackbeard, or maybe he's hidden somewhere else, because it just said he went missing. And we know with Oda, without a body, there's no death. And personally, that's my view on this chapter. Sorry, this is one of my first videos. I'll get better with time, I promise.